especially representatives of the two municipals, Mr. Lopez and Mr. Anders, and all who were involved as they are involved in our project. I believe that we have achieved main goals that circumstances let us, and of course it would have been better if we would be alive not alive but alive here in Celje, and to make those workshops here in person. We decided to present our project in 3 languages, in Spanish, in Slovenian, and then also in official language of project, English. So I think Marie Carmen should start with English presentation.
Hello and welcome to everyone to our meeting in the event of Erasmus plus EuRoB+G project. I am Dr. Sanchez. I am a teacher at the SmartCities and the coordinator of this project. Today we are lucky because several authorities of our towns, Celje and Estepona, are with us. We are going to introduce them, but before I would like to say something. First of all, we would like to thank our authorities for agreeing to meet with us. It is very important for us and for our students. Thanks for your time. I also want to thank every person who has made this meeting possible, because teachers and students have worked really hard to do it, and we are doing the best we can. We are very proud that we are connected here, because after all the problems we have with the global pandemic, we have held our meeting in another way, in a way that nobody never thought, but we have been able to do it. On the other hand, I think if we had done this meeting in the expected way, traveling to Celje as we have planned, flying to Celje on 29 March 2020, nice date to fly, really. Probably we would not have joined our local authorities in this event as we have done now. The global pandemic is terrible, but we have reinvented ourselves, and I think we have done something good. We have approached our 2 cities to talk about something so important for our students, the citizens of the future, about the sustainability of our cities. Thank you again, and I hope you enjoy it. I'd like to introduce the authorities from Estepona. They are Don José María Urbano, the mayor of Estepona, Don José María Ayala García, deputy mayor of Economic and Innovation Area and Human Resources, Doña María Begoña Ortiz Morales, the deputy mayor of Socio-Cultural Area, Doña Alessandra Ivona Brot, director of the Tourism Area and interpreter, Doña Luisa López Gómez, Consular of Education, and Don Miguel Ángel López Suárez, responsible for the IT department and Smart City. Thank you everyone, and welcome. Now I think my partner is our project.
Okay, hello, I am Marie Carmen Frances. I am the Erasmus coordinator of ESMAR and I would like to present our project to everybody. EuRoB+G is a collaborative K-829 Erasmus project. It is intended to boost technical sciences in a gender equality context so that boys and girls work together on equal basis to build a smart city. The original goal of this project was to favor the inclusion of girls in the new technologies through robotics and computing, looking for motivating activities for both boys and girls to work together and equally in this sector. We wanted to break the current digital and technological gender gap. In addition, our smart city also aimed at being a future model of sustainability, making all of us study, think and debate on how to improve our nearby environment and therefore Estepona, Celje and our schools. In the first part of the project, the Spanish team of lower school secondary students and their teachers designed and built the smart city in Estepona, such as this one, where the robots produced by the Slovenian team of technical students and their teachers circulated and tried out all the gadgets. In the second part of the project, we had, in theory, to redesign and improve this model for the final version that we were supposed to build and share in Slovenia. Unfortunately, as a consequence of the COVID-19 pandemic, we have had to redesign this second part of the project. But here we are to share our final collaborative work. In conclusion, the cooperative work that teachers and students have carried out throughout all the project, constructing the robots, designing and building different versions of their smart city, discussing, debating, and drawing out a sustainable decalogue of green principles to improve our cities and our school environments, and the communication we have maintained all along has improved our students in their key competence for lifelong learning, especially in STEAM subjects, foreign language, ethics, and environmental studies. Thank you to everyone.
Tommy?
Yes, okay.
Could you translate to Slovenian or?
Dobro, bom še to na hitro predstavil v slovenščini. Jaz mislim, kakšne velike potrebe potem ni, da smo tole razumeli, kar je bilo povedano, ampak vseeno smo rekli zaradi izmenjave jezikovnih izkušenj, da se stvar predstavi v vseh treh jezikih, da se tudi sliši, kako to zveni v našem jeziku. In sicer projekt, ki smo ga skupaj z šolo iz Estepone pripeljali do konca, je v bistvu namenjen spodbujanju tehničnih znanosti in pa vključevanju deklet v tehničke poklice, kar še vedno obstaja nekakšen stereotip, da je to pretežno za fante. V sklopu projekta je skupina španskih učencev in pa dijakov, tam je sistem šolanja na nekaj drugačen kot pri nas, skupaj z njihovimi učitelji zasnovala in zgradila maketo pametnega mesta. Naša naloga pa je bila, da so roboti avtonomno vozili po mestu in pri tem upoštevali vse predpisane zakonitosti, vse, kar smo jim pač postavili kot izziv. V drugem delu projekta smo se dogovorili, da bomo projekt dopolnili, da bomo del mesta dopolnili in pa skupni rezultat prikazali v Celju, združili naše moči, ampak žal smo morali to opustiti in ponovno zasnovati en drug model tudi samega projekta, ki je potekal online, se pravi preko spleta. Še enkrat bi poudaril to, da eden od glavnih ciljev je vključevanje deklet v tehničke poklice, kar je pa pri populaciji te starosti, s katero imamo tule, s katero smo tu v srednji šoli, pa je malce težje kot pa pri mlajših. In pa v času projekta smo se srečali z veliko dejavnostmi, od konstruiranja robotov, načrtovanja mesta oziroma nekih urbanih naselij, gradnje objektov in pa eden od potem dodatnih ciljev pa je bil tudi ustvarjanje nekakšnih 10 zapovedi, tako imenovanega dekaloga za trajnostne rešitve, za izboljšanje življenjskih razmer v naših mestih in pa da se popularizira tudi ta tehnološka plat poučevanja, to je tako imenovan smer STEAM, Science, Technology, Engineering, Art and Math, ki je za prihodnost zelo dobrodošla, da se v tej smeri razvija in pa seveda tudi izmenjava kulturnih in pa jezikovnih izkušenj med dijaki in tudi med nami mentorji. That's it. Hvala lepa. Thank you. Eva.
Thank you. Bueno, pues yo voy a explicar el proyecto en español. Nuestro proyecto, EuRoB+G, es un proyecto colaborativo, un proyecto Erasmus K229, que tenía como objetivo impulsar las ciencias tecnológicas, pero en un contexto de igualdad, de manera que chicos y chicas trabajaran juntos en igualdad de condiciones y con el objetivo de construir una ciudad inteligente. En este proyecto, el equipo español de estudiantes del primer ciclo de secundaria, de primero a tercero de la ESO en este momento, y sus profesores diseñaron y construyeron una ciudad inteligente en Estepona. Y en esta ciudad, los robots producidos por el equipo esloveno, que son especialistas en trabajar con robots Lego, y sus profesores pues circularon y probaron todos los artilugios de esta ciudad. En la segunda parte del proyecto tuvimos que rediseñar y mejorar este modelo para la versión final en Eslovenia. Lamentablemente, debido a la pandemia, no hemos podido hacer esta segunda parte como estaba prevista y hemos tenido que rediseñar esta parte del proyecto. Así que en este momento lo que estamos haciendo es compartir nuestro trabajo colaborativo final, pero de manera telemática, trabajando con dos diferentes versiones de SmartCities, dos maquetas distintas en España y en Eslovenia. El objetivo de este proyecto era favorecer la inclusión de las niñas en las nuevas tecnologías a través de la robótica y la informática, buscando actividades motivadoras que tanto le interesaran a las chicas como a los chicos y que trabajaran juntos de manera inclusiva. Queríamos romper la actual brecha digital y tecnológica de género. Finalmente, el trabajo cooperativo que profesores y alumnos han realizado a lo largo del proyecto, construyendo robots, diseñando y reconstruyendo las diferentes versiones de las ciudades, también ha incluido la creación de un decálogo de sostenibilidad, en el que hemos debatido qué principios son importantes para una Smart City, para mejorar nuestra ciudad, nuestras ciudades, nuestros entornos y nuestros entornos escolares. Pero siempre manteniendo en todo momento la idea de mejorar las competencias clave para el aprendizaje permanente de nuestros alumnos en las asignaturas STEM, también en lenguas extranjeras, en ética y estudios medioambientales. Y bueno, eso es. Muchas gracias por estar aquí y empezamos nuestra reunión. Vamos a presentar los centros porque, para que podamos conocer todos cómo son los centros de los dos países.
And now we're going, before we start the specific part of the project, we're going to introduce our schools so everybody knows a little bit more about both institutions.
Hello, my name is José Daniel Acosta Morales. The ES Alborán is a secondary, comprehensive and vocational state school located in Estepona, Malaga. It offers a full range of studies from lower and middle secondary education to higher secondary school, including official courses for adults in online learning programs. The vocational school comprises 3 areas of study: electronics, management and finance, and IT. In total, we are about 1,600 students and 120 teachers. Since 2013, we have been participating in European programs. We started our Erasmus experience in our vocational school, and we have slowly integrated our European projects into all our levels. At the moment, we are running 10 Erasmus projects in different fields. On the one hand, we send and receive students, teachers, and experts in our vocational school. On the other hand, we are undergoing an European training program with our teachers. And finally, we are participating in 3 collaborative projects with 10 European schools. One of them is this project. Our school is innovative and very dynamic since we run a multitude of cross-curricular educational projects, such as our Department of Coexistence, which runs a pioneer program related to peace, health, environment, and equal gender education. In addition, our school library calendar is the center of our most relevant cultural performances and exhibitions. Thirdly, our multidisciplinary artistic events were by our music department and our theater group Estrella, and our recent video creation activities and short films have become a way to work, engage, and create. Finally, our educational community events, such as our thematic weeks or our superheroes, share this with different sectors from inside and outside the school participate. All of this makes ES Alborán an international dynamic school which is eager to learn, build, and improve. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, Tommy?
Thank you.
Thank you.
I will present our school center and our part of school center, Gimnasia Lava, grammar school. School center is one of the biggest school centers in Slovenia, and we have 6 programs here in our center. The first is Gimnasia Lava, grammar school. Then is secondary school of civil engineering and environmental protection. Another one is secondary school of chemistry, electrical engineering and computer engineering. Secondary school of services and logistics. Secondary school of mechanical engineering, mechatronics and media. Higher vocational college and adult training center. Number of employees is over 300, and every day about 3,000 students came to our building and visit all the programs that I've mentioned. The school center is very well equipped with for practical work of students, and but it's pity that we could not use all of them during that two years and to make a better model of our city, of our smart city. On the other hand, I will present our school from which we are coming. It's a grammar school, 4-year educational program after primary school, which lasts 9 years. And in our grammar school, we have 3 programs. One is classical grammar school. The other one is European class and technical grammar school. The students which were involved in this project came from grammar school and from also from technical grammar school. It's also it's pity that 3 of members of our team already finished school and went to studies, so they can't be involved anymore in the project. This is a short description of our school center and our school. Thank you. And now, because of changing a plan of one of the workshops, I will invite 2 of our students to present sustainability in our city and proposes for solutions of sustainability to make city more greener and more healthy. Okay, so I will invite Stella and Tanya to present their part. Stella?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Spela.
And my name is Tanya.
Today we're going to present sustainable development of Celje and its environmental issues. So first we're going to start with Zinkplan Celje. Technological development has contributed to a huge number of positive futures, but we must not forget the negative ones as well. That is why we'll present the development of Celje from both aspects. First, we'll start with Zinkplan Celje. In Slovene, we say Cinkarna Celje. This is a company that was founded in 1873. By 1968, the predominantly metallurgical company gradually developed into a dominant chemical processing activity. The focus of this industry's activity today is on the production and marketing of titanium dioxide pigment. This kind of production releases a lot of chemicals into the environment. In 2016-17, a significant effect on groundwater was also found in the area of Zinkplan Celje due to increased concentrations of potentially harmful substances such as zinc, arsenic, and chlorobenzene, whose values exceeded the applicable limit values for soil and groundwater quality. Elevated values of copper, lead, and cadmium were also found. Soil sampling showed that the pollution was caused by the dumping of waste from former production plants rather than the current production at this location. The main consequence is deterioration of the ecological status of the Hudinia and Loznica rivers, which negatively affect aquatic plants and animals.
We will continue with the next well-known company called Kova. Today, it is an important partner for companies in the organization and implementation of professional tasks in the field of safety and health at work, fire protection, environmental protection, civil engineering, design, organizing seminars and training, sales of warning signs and warning labels. Not only does the company take care of safety and health at work, but it is also dedicated to creating a better environment. They achieve this with noise measurements, with issuing environmental permits, measuring emissions of substances in the air, and with regulations for waste management.
The next topic is heating plant Celje. It represents the final phase of treatment of waste, which is pre-treated and prepared in the Regional Center for Waste Management Celje. In the past, incinerators were built exclusively for the disposal of unprocessed waste of various types. Today, in heating plants, we are talking about heat treatment processes for the purpose of energy production. Positive effects are the amount of waste disposed of the landfill in Bukožlak will be reduced by 65%. The problem of sludge from the municipal wastewater treatment plant is solved in an ecologically appropriate way. The heat obtained by incineration is used in cogeneration to produce electricity and heat.
Speaking of electricity, we can take a look at solar power plants. They are one of the most harmless sources of electricity generation, but it also has some negative effects, mostly because they need a great deal of land on which they can place them. This can affect the natural habitat, the animals and the plants that live here. Another problem is also that the same technology that is used to produce solar cells is also used in the production of silicon chips for computers, which means that environmentally harmful chemicals are used.
Next, we can mention Celje Wastewater Treatment Plant. It treats wastewater of the city of Celje and the surrounding villages and is one of the most important development projects for residents of the city near the Savinja River. It creates better conditions for economic and tourism development, improves the quality of the Savinja River, and positively affects on quality of fishes.
Celje can also offer a public bicycle rental. There are 17 electric bicycle rental stations in Celje, and in this way we take care of maintaining a clean environment and contribute to sustainable development.
In Celje, we also have technologically advanced cemetery. By entering the name and surname, you can namely find the location of the memorial.
And for the end, we will present the first smart bench in Celje. Our smart bench is completely energy independent, powered by solar panels, and allows charging of all types of mobile devices. It has a wireless charger integrated into the acrylic glass surface, which allows charging without the use of a cable. The smart bench is connected to the EuRoB dashboard, a control platform on which bench use analytics are monitored. The bench is also equipped with advanced 4G internet, and in the evening it is decorated with LED ambient lighting.
We came to the end of our presentation. We both hope that you learned something new. Thank you.
Thank you for your attention.
Okay. Now we will continue. Thank you, Tanya and Sprela. Now we will continue with the presentation of Decalogue, 10 things to make the city smarter and cleaner and healthier. This is a product of students of both schools, and they will present a few tasks to do. Okay?
Okay, the first one is renewable energy. First, renewable energy is necessary a replacement to the old and limited sources of energy that we still use. Someday we will run out of gasoline, petroleum, etc., and we need to develop a good alternative. The second thing is contamination, the damage that supposes to our environment and how we are killing the lungs of our world. The contamination is not letting the world breathe.
Okay, hello. We're the students of First Bachillerato. We're going to be presenting as my students with my classmates and we're going to present our decalogue. We're going to start first, right? We're going to start first, and then the Slovenians are going to carry on with the presentation. Thank you so much for everything.
Okay, so hi everybody. I'm going to talk about our idea for sustainable tourism, and our proposal was to create an ecological hotel that offers services that can help the environment. For example, an hotel that includes a gym where, for example, if you are working out, doing exercise, at the same time you are creating renewable energy for the hotel. And it also has elements that are sustainable. For example, the creation of a biological swimming pool. And that's our idea for a sustainable tourism.
Let's go on to our third point.
Okay, the next one is the preservation of natural space. We talked about if there should be laws for avoiding the hunting of animals in natural spaces. In other words, if it should be illegal. And also if there should be activities that help the environment, such as the creation of a green festival where people meet to plant trees and clean the environment. In my opinion, many people often ask if hunting is good for the environment, and the answer to this question usually depends on the person you ask. If done in the right way, hunting is good for the environment since it helps to maintain the population of different animal species in good balance. Okay.
Okay, our next point.
Hi, my name is Kylie, and I talk about the idea of sustainable urbanism. So there should be smart trash bins which are equipped with sensor and double lid that allow the sanitation department to empty them before they are full. It's a way of collecting waste more efficiently, and they could also auto-sort materials and make recycling much easier in big cities. Thank you.
We have also talked about the reduction of carbon dioxide, and we came to the conclusion that reducing carbon emissions would decrease the number of deaths related to air pollution and would help to ease pressure on healthcare systems. It is important to achieve growth in both the economy while still prioritizing the reduction of carbon dioxide. The easiest way to reduce carbon emissions is by planting new forests or restoring the old ones. Other solutions include reducing air travel, using public transportation, switching to clean energy such as wind or solar energy, and eating less red meat. It's also important that we make our homes more energy efficient.
Hello everyone, I am Andrea and I'm going to talk to you about the use of technologies in the city. We have to take advantage of the use of technologies that we have. For example, a smart parking system that automatically leaves your car and puts it on a particular spot. In this way, we save lots of space and we reduce the construction of parking houses in the city. Another idea, is to create a Wally, a smart robot that cleans the streets and pavements without interrupting the traffic.
Next point that we debated about was holistic school system. Our main idea was to create a new subject such as emotional management and environmental awareness. With these subjects, students could learn how to manage their emotions and learn how to take care of themselves, others, our environment, and our planet. One more idea that we had was to create open areas at school where students would be in contact with nature and learn about it. There would also be some eco-themed days where students would collect trash and clean up the area.
Hi, my name is Victoria, and I'm going to talk about positive coexistence. To improve coexistence in schools, we should do a workshop to share personal experiences. In addition of being more empathic, we would look for solutions. And now, because it's Pride Month, we could also organize a local Pride parade for LGBTQ plus representation and normalization, as it is done in another towns. Thank you so much.
The next debate was about alternative medicine, and the biggest problem with it that it's not. A lot of people are skeptic about alternative medicine because it doesn't have a lot of scientific researchers, but it can be alternative medicine can be very helpful. Because treatment is focused on your whole body and mind and not only on specific parts of your body. It doesn't have many side effects because it doesn't use drugs and other medicine, and it's less expensive because it doesn't use high-tech tools and surgeries. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Maria Fernanda, and the last point talk about organic livestock and farming. My proposal is that in all the institutes there should be workshops to instill in the students the importance of consuming organic food. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Now I think it's the time for presentation of both smart solutions in both cities, Celje and Estepona, and I think at first should start Celje. Mr. Anders.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Goran Anders, and I am head of IT for municipality of Celje. I would like to thank you for this opportunity to present some of our activities. I see our students already did part of my job, so maybe I will just expand on their presentation. Okay, I will try to share my presentation with you now. I hope you can see it. Okay. Okay, so at first I would like to start by maybe talking about our understanding of the concept of the smart cities. It is a concept that's been shifting and in motion for the past years that I've been tracking the field. There seem to be many different interpretations about what this could mean. It depends if you ask governments, the academic institutions, corporations. Everybody seems to have their own interpretation. So what we are focusing on, what our main points is mainly it's about information pretty much, as everything seems to be these days, from computers to our lives, and even now cities. So mainly it is about acquisition and de-siloing the data that we already have, and also collecting the data that we don't yet have. De-siloing means that different databases are currently not connected to themselves to each other. So can we? Sorry, I'm getting some echo. Anyway, yeah. So we have a lot of different databases scattered around different services in the city, and they don't see each other. They don't communicate with each other. So first thing to do is connect these databases together and to get all the data to the same point. And once you have that step achieved, then you can analyze the data, and then you can plan your investments in both traditional and modern infrastructure based on the data and not some other arbitrary factors. And these investments should be, their main goal is to be a foundation for both environmentally and economically sustainable development. As we heard the students talk, the environmental concerns are a huge thing on their mind, and rightfully so. And this data should definitely be included. Also, another important part is inclusion of citizens in decision-making processes. That is something that that smart city concepts are beginning to allow. Maybe in the past it was not possible or not practical, but today's technology and the methods that we are developing should allow for that. And the final point is there's an ISO standard for smart cities, which provides, among other things, some key point indicators, some KPIs for actually tracking the progress and the development of the cities. And it is a helpful thing because sometimes it is hard to measure the actual progress, and ISO framework allows for that. So yeah, this is a nice picture that I found on City Protocol project. It shows a bit that cities are really horizontal, really wide, and also really deep organizations, organisms, whatever you want to call them. There are many factors from municipality services to energy to mobility, to education, that all need to communicate together and really come together to make it actually feasible, and to foster the progress, and to increase the quality of the living for our inhabitants, which should be the ultimate goal, of course, of these initiatives. And it doesn't matter if you start with one house, or if you are targeting the whole city, or in the end the whole countries and the whole planet. The challenges are pretty much always the same, as they are the basis of our life, and they need to be addressed from the ground up. Okay, so what is the recipe, the cookbook for a smart city from our perspective? So the first thing, of course, is finding the city identity. Each city has a different history, different geographic position. Cities are different to each other, and finding that special thing that makes each city special to say so, and focusing on that is probably the best because as we all know, cities are in competition with each other for the inhabitants, and without finding the vision for it's going to be hard for them to survive in the long term. Based on the vision, there needs to be a strategy for transition into a smart city. Of course, the strategy must include the indicators for tracking the progress that I was talking about before. And after that, we need to get to the point that we can start to collect data from different sectors and incorporate them into the central data lake, which then allows for analysis of the data and decision making. After that, we can start with an actual action plan and a priority list of investments with some goals based on the vision and the strategy. And that should also include opening the city's data to inhabitants and to the others. One point that I remember hearing on a conference a few years ago was that somebody said the smartest people in the city are probably not employed by the municipality itself, and that is, I think that is true, and we need to empower everybody and the people to make the progress, to help into making the progress. Okay, what are main challenges of municipalities in Slovenia from our point of view? We identified three main challenges. First is the political, the lack of three basic resources, as we say. First is the political resource, which means sometimes the political leadership is not yet ready to accept these new ideas, these new progress. So it is, and building a smart city without political support is pretty much impossible. So that is the first thing. We are lucky to have a mayor who is interested in these fields and supports our efforts. After that, there's a major lack of human resources among Slovenian municipalities, which means that the employees of municipalities often lack the understanding and the knowledge and the skills about in these fields. So these are for quite many people, these are new fields, digitalization, IT services, and it's hard for them to think in these terms. And we are working with that, but it is a huge issue and huge challenge. And lastly, of course, there's lack of financial resources. All these things are quite expensive, and balancing the budgets of the cities is maybe beyond the scope of this of our talk here and our project. But it is a real issue that, of course, we need to find a way to work through it. And lastly, so far there's been quite weak governmental support for smart city projects in Slovenia. There's been a lot of talk and a lot of really vague strategies, and with some huge promises like Slovenian hybrid public cloud that was supposed to be launched a few years ago, and that was supposed to alleviate some of the financial and human resource problems that cities have by providing a common platform for all the cities to use. But it hasn't materialized yet, and it probably won't. So yeah, we from municipalities, we're hoping that there would be some more concrete governmental support, but so far we are still not impressed. Okay, so about some smart city projects in Celje, our initiatives were started quite a few years ago. Maybe a first one that I haven't listed here is from year 2008. It was called Service 48 or Service 48, and was a website that allowed citizens to report problems on common city services. And after that, maybe a first new system that was talked about before by our students is the cemetery information system. It allows searching for data of the deceased and also showing a path to their grave sites. Maybe the less visible part is that it allows the data synchronization between cemetery service provider and municipality, which was a huge issue before that. Okay, so the next thing was public geoportal, prostor.celje.si, which was launched in 2017. It is the visible part of the larger geospatial platform that was developed in the city in the previous years and is still being developed. It is a collection of thematic maps that allows people to see different spatially based data from the official plans and stuff to I don't know bus lines and the work closings of the roads and other interesting and useful data. Then in 2019 there was a launch of public transport service in Celje, a bus transport. We bought 10 buses that are powered by compressed natural gas, so they are environmentally responsive way of transportation. The service itself is quite modern. The buses are equipped with GPS tracker modules, and the data from them is collected in main system, and it allows a display of the actual arrival time to different bus stops in the city. So it works quite okay, and the bus stops themselves are equipped with electronic ink displays for display of different data. You can also register on a smartphone app and pay for tickets through the application. So that is also something that is interesting. Then actually a year before, that was a launch of a bike sharing platform that was also mentioned by the students. It's been expanded later by 4 additional stops or stations. So now it includes 21 stations. I don't know the exact number of bikes, but it is in the hundreds, and more and more e-bikes are being purchased because they are the favorite. We can track the actual use through the system. So you can rent the bikes either via these terminals that are shown here in the picture or a smartphone application, and you can also pay for them through the smartphone. So yeah, that are some main projects. There are a lot more, but most of them are, I don't know, theoretically based, so to say, like a project called Greener Sites, which was tracking the pollution data on some environmentally challenging spaces in our municipality, and then using this data to allow for planning of the actual rehabilitation of these areas. So maybe the 2 main projects that are currently active is the mobility management project. It is a huge project that has been in work for over 2 years now, and will probably be finished by 2023 or 2024. Through it, our goal is to finally build the central data lake, so central smart city platform for the city, to allow for the collection of all the data, and to build different services based upon that platform. And during the launch of the actual project, we will begin with the e-parking system finally in Celje, and also a traffic guidance system, which means that we will track the actual use of the parkings, and then direct the cars to the free parkings. So with that, we hope to reduce the so-called dead traffic, which means cars that are just driving around and trying to find a free parking space, and we will also reduce pollution by that. So also through the project, we will launch a central city application. So it will be a central application that will incorporate all the different applications for the different services that have been built and will be built in the city of Celje. And the next project is a project called Simple, and we are with that project we are hoping to build an artificial intelligence-based dynamic tourist guidance system for Celje. That would work in a way that you would input your preferences. So to say, you are interested, I don't know, in sports or in culture, or you are with your family, and how much time you have. And then the system, the application would actually calculate tourist route through the attractions in Celje and the surrounding areas, and actually tailor it for you and your available interest and time. To make that happen, we need some environmental sensors. We need, of course, the data of all the attractions and all the paths to the attractions, and we need to count the actual pedestrian and bikes and cars that are on the roads. Yeah, so those are our plans at the moment, and I think they are exciting, and with a little perseverance, we will maybe build something like this in the future. I don't know. We don't have sea and beaches, but maybe smart cities will allow for that in the future as well. Yeah, okay. So thank you for your attention, and I hope that was interesting. And if you have any more questions, please feel free to contact me.
Okay, Tommy. Tommy, please. We think it's time for the Spanish authorities to intervene, please.
Sí, good morning, Dr. Ministro. First of all, we apologize from the part of the mayor to not be able to come here because of his agenda. I would like to thank the Institute Mar de Alborán for inviting us to participate in this telematic meeting that will be final ending of this interesting and exciting project that they are developing with the SmartCities Center. We are pleased to support them. Furthermore, I would like to highlight the great effort that the Educational Center has done teaching our youth the importance and the value the new technologies have nowadays, looking for a gender equality. Taking into consideration this, from the Council, we are continuously working about it, making the life easier to our citizens and visitors. Now, my colleague, Mr. Jose Maria Ayala, is going to explain you the work we are doing about it. But I would like to continue encouraging both teachers and students to participate in such positive projects for the education and the personal growth of the students. Congratulations.
Good morning. I'm Council of Estepona Town Hall for economy, social records, and innovation. And in Estepona, have implementation a big project for smart city. And now Alexandra translating me because it's difficult for me explain that.
Details.
Nosotros hemos implantado un sistema general de información único.
In our town hall, we have implemented the electronic system, the unique one.
Empezamos hace 6 años con la administración electrónica y abrimos el ayuntamiento a los ciudadanos.
since 6 years ago, when we started the implementation of electronic administration, we actually had opened more our town hall to the citizens.
Con una subvención de fondos FEDER de la Unión Europea,
with the subvention of European Union support called FEDER funds,
hemos implantado e integrado con nuestra administración electrónica un sistema de georreferenciación
with this help, as I mentioned before, the FEDER funds, we managed to develop the system about the geolocalization.
Inteligente, integrado, informatizado y de dato único.
The intelligent and everything integrations, the technological and in the unique format.
The unique data.
Unique data, yes.
It's very important. Con ese dato único hemos conseguido generar un punto común para que todos nuestros sistemas informáticos se conecten en él.
With this unique point, we managed to get that all our electronics or our informatics system are getting connected into one.
Con eso hemos conseguido crear un sistema modular y abierto para todo el municipio.
We created a modular and modular
y abierto
and open system for the town.
Donde de momento solo está implantado en el ayuntamiento y que en breve abriremos a la ciudadanía.
At this moment, it's only implemented into the town hall, but very soon we will open it to all our citizens.
Por poner un ejemplo, a partir de este momento, las instrucciones urbanísticas no se interpretan por un técnico, sino que se hacen a través de algoritmos matemáticos.
Like one of the examples right now, all the urbanistic informs, they are not instructions, they are not done by the technician, but by the mathematic algorithms.
Con eso pretendemos convertir a Estepona en una de las mejores ciudades administradas en Europa.
With this, we are pretending to make Estepona one of the best towns, electronically best towns in Europe.
Abierta a los ciudadanos,
open to the citizens,
y que de forma inteligente podamos abrir a todos los módulos que se vayan creando y nos vayan solicitando.
And by this opening the modules, we can do creating and applying them according to the solicitations they are doing to us.
Uno de los módulos que tenemos es un módulo turístico que hemos implantado o estamos implantando y que Alexandra lidera en su delegación de turismo.
One of the models is our touristic model of running the touristic smart city, which myself, Alexandra, I'm running from the tourist department.
Y que nos puedes hablar un poco de eso.
And I could tell you a little bit about that. Okay. Yeah?
Yes.
All right. As you know, Estepona is a very nice town located in the southern Spain with about 70,000 citizens. We are having 23 kilometers of the beaches. We are having very fantastic plans for the hotels. And we are a very attractive town known under the brand name Estepona, the Garden of the Costa del Sol. The Garden of the Costa del Sol, it makes us much different from any other small towns which are on the coast, located in Costa del Sol. And we have renovated over 130 streets in our old town, redecorate them with very nice colorful pots. And we are creating a lot of attractive routes. And one of them, we are having a route of murals, route of sculptures, and route of poetry. Why I'm doing this introduction, it's just to make for you the idea that it's very nice town, but also very attractive town, while the new technology lives in the fantastic way with our daily life. So the system which you were telling about the parkings, we put in like two ways of it. First, for us, the environment, it's very important. So 130 streets were renovated. Most of them, they are pedestrian streets or with the traffic which is only for the residents of those streets. So by this, we are eliminating all these bad things from the environment, and we are creating the parkings, intelligent parkings which are indicating you how many places it's available in this moment, and doing this also on the social way, because we are collaborating with the associations for the discapacitated people who are running or helping us to run these parkings. So this is this like environment, technological and social part, which are parkings. But later we are getting about the murals. We're having over 60 beautiful paintings. Some of them, they are the biggest in Europe. They are over 1,000 square meters paintings done by many artists. And in these murals, we are having the famous beacons. I don't know if you are already working with the beacons in Newtown, but this also helps us to know how many tourists are passing by them, how many tourists are seeing them, and the profile of our tourists we have, the nationality, or all what we talk about this big data base, right? So by this, we are having the profile of people who are visiting our town. What it helps us? This helps us to make different projects, to develop, to do it better. It helps us also to know in which languages we should communicate with our tourists or visitors. And this is the small two examples I could give you. I don't know if Miguel Angel you would like or you want to give an importance, but I think that this is most basic, which we are using for our daily use in tourism. No, of course, also the material, the applications, the websites, the QR codes, everything is also making much easier the visit and every day for much younger people who are much on everyday or daily use with the smartphones and all this, we are applying to be modern and that way.
Como decía, ese dato único y esas bases de datos van a permitir correr programas de inteligencia artificial para que nos den información de la cual nosotros carecemos.
Yeah, as Jose Maria was mentioning before, the unique database, it's helping us to create the profiles on needs which we, at this moment, we are having lack of.
Nuestra base de datos está conectada e integrada e interoperada con la administración del Estado español y con la Unión Europea a su vez.
So our database is also integrated with on the national level with the government, but in the same time it's connected with European Union as well.
Desde aquí abrimos las puertas del ayuntamiento a los estudiantes para que nos conozcan, puedan trabajar sobre nuestro sistema y puedan ir creando módulos que ellos crean oportunos para ir haciendo esa nueva ciudad, esa ciudad inteligente a la que el ayuntamiento no es más que el mero gestor de nuestros ciudadanos.
From our town hall, we just want to transmit our doors are open. They are open to the students with the new ideas, with the new models. And we just, in that way, would like to help and be on your service.
Good day. Thank you for your attention.
Hvala vam.
Thank you very much. Tommy, I share with you a video about the smart city of Estepona. ¿Qué pasó?
Thanks to all.
Vale, al sonido. Un momentito, por favor, que no salga. Un segundo. ¿Nos vamos a compartir sonido del equipo? A ver, sonido. Que me queda.
Las Smart Cities o ciudades inteligentes son aquellas que se sirven del uso de tecnologías de la comunicación y la información para su desarrollo económico y social. En España, las diferentes convocatorias de Red.es, en el marco del Plan Nacional de Ciudades e Islas Inteligentes y del Plan de Territorios Inteligentes, impulsan desde 2014 que las entidades locales apliquen las nuevas tecnologías a su funcionamiento y así ofrecer servicios diferenciales y competitivos que garanticen un desarrollo sostenible y accesible para todos. La agrupación de municipios Costa del Sol ha sido elegida para el desarrollo de la iniciativa Smart Costa del Sol, que busca impulsar la infraestructura digital de un número de ayuntamientos de la provincia de Málaga con el objetivo de mejorar el bienestar social y económico de sus ciudadanos. Gracias a las nuevas tecnologías, estas ciudades
Eva, there is no sound.
Okay, that is all.
Thank you very much for all the authorities. We are very grateful that you could take part in this project. Gracias a las autoridades por participar en este proyecto. Estamos muy agradecidos.
Yes, thank you. Representatives of authorities of municipalities, and I hope that you will stay in contact and maybe share your experiences in building smart cities and technological development. Okay, we will be in contact with school, and you can be in contact with each other. So for cooperation. Okay. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry for the technical problems and the direct problems.
From our part also, thank you very much, and in the name of the Deputy Mayor, another Deputy Mayor and Councillor of Education, we would like to thank you for the meeting. It was very fruitful, very nice, and wishing you good luck, especially to the students. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, this is it, and we will close the session, and we'll have a little bit work to do today.
Tommy, sorry. Could I pass to Miguel? Could I allow Miguel Angel say something, please?
Yes.
Mr. Lopez.
Hola, hello. First of all, I have to apologize because the video shown a part of no noise, no sound at all was in Spanish, so for you maybe it was a bit difficult to understand. Just only to show how the smart cities works in this area. Now, as my councillor has explained before, he explained the smart cities we have in Estepona now as a town hall. The smart city Costa del Sol is not just a smart city for the town hall, it's the joint venture of 13 town halls here in this area. These 13 town halls are the most important is the Malaga town hall. It's the capital of the province, and it's leading 13 town halls, more than 50,000 people here in the province. As my mate Alexandra has explained also, part of this, the presentation you have seen, is beacons, is in smart parking. It's several things we have doing in every town hall in the Costa del Sol. The thing, for example, just only for the beacons just to show where all the paintings, the wall paintings we have in Estepona. So in a moment you're close to this beacon. It's Bluetooth technology. When if you have installed the application in your mobile phone, it depends Android or iPhone. When you are near of this device, you're going to receive all the information of this beacon, of this wall painting. As I saw you, as Alexandra has told also, we have intelligent parking. When you arrive to the parking, you can see how many places are open now. They're completely free at the moment. And the other parkings are €1 for all day and managed by disabled people, as Alexandra has explained. So more or less, just to know that we have two different smart cities in Estepona. Smart cities as itself as a town hall, explained by my councillor, and the one with the other town halls in this area of the province. If you want any question or if you want to ask me whatever you want, I'm ready for you. And if not, thank you very much. And you're invited to come to Estepona just to not just to know smart cities, just to enjoy our life. Thank you.
Thank you. Maybe one question from my side. I'm interested about your beacons that you mentioned. It sounds like an interesting technology. Maybe just a question, how are you collecting, I think your colleague said that you are also getting some data about the visitors from the beacons themselves. Is that through the smartphone application or is there some other way? How are you profiling your visitors through the beacons, if I understood correctly your colleague?
I think we have problems with the connection of Mr. Lopez.
Okay, maybe then maybe if I can ask maybe Tomislav to transfer me his contact and we can take this discussion through the email. I would be very happy for that.
Sorry, back again. Back again. It's in the era of technology, maybe a lack of technology problem. Sorry, you were asking me about beacons.
Yeah, I was asking how are you profiling the visitors? Your colleague said that you're also gathering some data about your visitors through the beacons. How is that done? Is that through the smartphone app, what they share, or is there some?
Yes, the smartphone is connected to big data, so we are receiving at the moment where the people are coming from. Even more, we have also a touristic big data. We have a contract with the mobile companies here in this area. So in any moment, we can know how many people are located in Estepona, where is the density, the population, where are they coming from? Never the name, of course, because it's not allowed to get more data, but we can get to where are they coming from, and if they are just visitors or they are people who are living here. And so it's quite useful, for example, if you want to open any kind of restaurant or shop or whatever, you can see where are the people are more located, so it's easier for you to take decisions for what to do, what is studied.
So do you have an actual interest about your collected big data from the public, from the private institutions?
For sure. And even the problem now is not free. The mobile companies, they are very proud to give you all this data, but you have to pay for it. It's not free.
Of course. And maybe one more question about your data platform, the Unico. Am I saying that correctly?
Sorry?
Your data platform, I think it is called Unico. If
I don't. No. This I don't know exactly what's the name because it's another mate who is managing this.
Okay, is that like a local Spanish company?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. All this data is collected by a company. So we have a contract with a company. The 13 town halls, we have a contract with them. And then we decide, they give us the data. We don't know how are they collecting this. They give us the data, just the data. But it's a Spanish company.
Okay. Okay, so no more, thank you for your time and no more questions from my side. If you
You're welcome.
have any, yeah.
Ordenador, desde el logre está actualizándose desde hace una hora y no hay manera de conectarse.
Pues que hable con...
Okay, thank you, everyone. Tommy.
Yes.
There is something to add.
I think that this discussion was good. These presentations were well done, and I think that we both will stay in touch, schools and municipalities, we will develop together better life in our cities, I'm sure.
Okay, thank you again from my side, and hope to hear from you again. Have a nice day, everybody.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much. Thank you to Mr. Lopez for all this interesting information. Thank you so much. And thank you to the part in Slovenia as well. Thank you.
As you know, any information, you can ask me wherever. You can phone us to the town hall for more information.
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
As always.
Okay, we'll close the meeting and have a nice day.
Yeah. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day. Bye.
See you tomorrow.
See you now. See you after.